The Manhattan DA's office has indicted 6 people in what they're calling a major campaign finance fraud scheme.
They're accused of illegally structuring campaign contributions to get more money for Mayor Adams' 2021 campaign.
Fox 5's Morgan McKay in the newsroom with a breakdown of the allegations. And Morgan, how's the mayor responding to all of this?
Stephen, Natasha, 6 people are being accused of funneling tens of thousands of dollars in illegal campaign contributions to Mayor Eric Adams in order to gain favor with him once he was elected. Now, Adams is not being accused of even knowing about this scheme, but one of the people being charged is a former NYPD inspector who knew Adams from his time with the NYPD. Any comments?
No, not off the record, no. Thank you.
Dwayne Montgomery, a retired NYPD inspector, left the courtroom without saying a word after pleading not guilty to breaking campaign finance laws in order to win influence with Mayor Eric Adams. Montgomery, along with 5 other people, are being charged by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office for concocting a scheme to pad Adams' campaign war chest with taxpayer money through the city's public campaign matching funds program. A spokesperson for Adams' campaign says that Adams played no part in this scheme, however, did acknowledge that Adams knew Montgomery from his time in the NYPD. Quote, dozens of former police officers and criminal justice advocates hosted events for the mayor over the course of the campaign. The mayor's office did not want to comment, but did confirm that Adams never met with any of the 6 individuals at City Hall. However, several of the defendants have companies that were looking to do business with the city, including Shaheen Mushtaq, whose company Eco Safety Consultants currently does have a contract with the city. The indictment alleges that Mushtaq made campaign contributions in the names of the company's employees without their knowledge. Montgomery, though, is alleged to be the ringleader. After retiring from the NYPD, he was working as a director of integrity for Team Masters Local 237, a union for thousands of city employees. However, a spokesperson for the union tells us that Montgomery has now been suspended. Only 4 of the 6 being charged were arraigned on Friday. The other 2 defendants will be arraigned at a later date. All 4 pled not guilty, but left without wanting to comment to the press.
No comment.
Now, straw donor schemes are not necessarily uncommon. This happened to Bill de Blasio's campaign, as well as the former Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin. Both were named but had charges dropped. Natasha?
All right, Morgan, thank you.